Hi guys, Michelle here for Scooby Gang, and I'll be talking about the Kettle test and the Executive Function Performance Test, or the EFPT. So real quick, Kettle test, it is for assessing a person's executive functioning and how much they can do a task by themselves. So what you do is you have a client prepare 2 cups of a hot beverage using an electric kettle. Really simple, right? So this test is made for clients of the ages 13 or older and who have a cognitive dysfunction of any type. The advantages of this, as I mentioned, it's really easy to administer. Most of the materials you probably have. They even have a shorter version of it. Disadvantages though, it only looks at one IADL, which is like the beverage meal prep. So it's not that comprehensive. And when you score it, there is a max score of 52, which you don't want. But if a client gets that score, then it simply just says that they have more cognitive problems, so you'll need to do another test. So really, it's just being aware of, is this test appropriate, even though it's super simple to administer. Now the EFPT, this one is another test that looks at a person's executive function and if that's impacting a client in their ability to perform their tasks, their everyday tasks. Now it also looks at if they can function independently, or how much can they function independently. It also looks at the assistance level. How much assistance do they need? And so this test is done in 4 subtests. There is oatmeal preparation, telephone, taking medication, paying bills. We even found in a separate source that there is a hand washing subtest, but that's really for people with severe cognitive impairments. So when you are administering this test, the first thing that you want to do is you want to administer the pre-test, which is attached to the manual. And it's just a set of questions basically asking a person's familiarity with any of the subtests. For example, if someone has never eaten oatmeal or has never even made oatmeal, if you give this test to them, they're already at a disadvantage, so they'll probably score lower. So it's just keeping that in mind. So once you do the pre-test, you want to make sure that you have all of the items ready to go because each pre-test requires a different set of items. The therapist will read questions off the manual given for each subtest, and during it, they can provide cues if necessary. So with the EFPT, this is not appropriate for millennials or people of the younger age. Usually this is around the age of 80 plus. And this is just because of some of the subtests. It's for people who are more familiar with the tasks. And so advantages, it's a top-down approach. So you look at what a patient can do versus what they can't do. And there's a queuing system which allows a wider range. Disadvantages, the test is dated, hence the age limitation. And the test is also very time consuming. So hope that clears some things up, and that was a good overview of each.